Hi guys, it's Michelle, and today's video is going to be yet another pop culture conspiracy theories video for you guys. Y'all know I love these type of videos. I really think a lot of celebrities do play into like conspiracy a bit and conspiracy theories, and I just find that to be so damn interesting. Today's video kind of only revolves around Harry Styles for some reason. It wasn't even like intentional. Like, I knew that there was a specific Harry Styles conspiracy theory that I wanted to talk about, but then it kind of all turned into an only Harry Styles conspiracy theories video. So if you're not into Harry Styles for whatever reason, because if you're not, you're crazy, then maybe this won't be the video for you. Or maybe you still will, because it's conspiracies and it's fun and it's actually super fucking interesting. So let's get into it. It also makes sense because Harry Styles' new album is coming out on Friday. So of course, naturally, there are going to be a lot of conspiracies, and some of these tie into like some other darker conspiracies, like that are not just like pop culture, but it surrounds pop culture, if that makes sense. But let's get into it. So the first conspiracy that we're going to be talking about doesn't technically just have to do with Harry Styles. It's actually mostly about Simon Cowell. So you guys probably know Simon Cowell. Pretty sure most people do. And a lot of people liked him for a while on American Idol. I feel like it was very just funny vibes. And then of course he got into X Factor, America's Got Talent, different televised talent shows he really started to get into. He of course formulated One Direction and Fifth Harmony. There has been a lot of controversy surrounding Simon Cowell lately. Basically, Gabrielle Union made statements about America's Got Talent and how they mistreated her and that it is a toxic work environment. Sharon Osbourne, who is also on America's Got Talent, came out saying that there was a huge gap between the men and the women on the show. She said that working on America's Got Talent was a perfect example of a boys' club. Not only was she, you know, not given certain perks that the men were, like being flown out to events on a private jet, she was, you know, set up on a commercial airline, which of course, you know, you may think those are little things, but it is just, I mean, I think if you were in the situation where all of your coworkers were being flown out on a private jet and then you were taking a commercial airline, like, it seems like a first world problem, and it is, but I think you'd probably be mad about it too. Not only that, but Sharon Osbourne claimed that her male colleagues were paid more money than her. I don't know, seems like there is some tea with America's Got Talent, and whether or not it's like a good work environment, that's like a whole nother thing. But of course, when you have someone like Simon Cowell, who is very prominent and probably gets paid a lot from America's Got Talent, you do wonder like what he is kind of like as a person, and I honestly don't think it's great. He's really being questioned right now for mistreatment of his like coworkers or his artists that he's worked with, and I find it all to be very interesting because, like I said previously, One Direction and Fifth Harmony were both managed by Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell, you know, picked them out and set it up, you know, signed these bands, and it all became like a huge thing. And of course, it was very successful. However, Lauren Haregi has actually talked about this, about how, you know, controlling, you know, her time in Fifth Harmony was. And while she doesn't mention Simon Cowell specifically, I do find it interesting to see like how Lauren Haregi like came out as bi and said that it was really difficult for her because when they were in Fifth Harmony, her management told her not to come out, which is obviously really interesting when you look at Harry Styles, who now, I guess he hasn't necessarily like labeled anything, but he's very like fluid in general. I would say that there's definitely a huge change in Harry Styles from One Direction point to now. Like, I just think that it's so interesting to watch and to see like how he's like becoming himself, and it makes you wonder, like, did the management hold them back and tell them that they couldn't do things a certain way, or that they couldn't be gay, or they couldn't be bi, or whatever sexuality may be? Because it appears that was the case for Lauren Haregi. So I do have hunches that it would be the case as well for One Direction, just because they were under the same management. And I just find this to be really fucked up and really interesting as well, because it's like, I don't know, it makes you think how much fake like celebrity things are, but like it's not even necessarily the celebrity that wants to be fake or wants to do these fake relationships and PR stunts. It's more so you know, the management and how they have like no control almost over anything. And that's really frustrating and scary, but I love to see, like, even though I wish One Direction would get back together, I do love to see like Harry breaking out and, you know, becoming like his real self. It makes you wonder how many celebrities would come out or would just do things the way they want to do things and, you know, break stereotypes and do what they want to do if they weren't being held back by their management. Because I feel like management not only is really controlling, but it can be really manipulative and like make it seem like for the celebrity like they have to do this and they have to be this way, and they'll probably believe it. I'm not claiming that Simon Cowell mistreats his artists. I just think that there is definitely a connection between One Direction and Fifth Harmony and all of this stuff going on with America's Got Talent. I just can't legally say that I'm claiming it. But I don't know. I don't know. It just is weird. I guess I'm not actually saying it, but I think there's some shit going on with the management, and that's just the tea. The next conspiracy theory is absolutely crazy and what made me want to make this video in the first place, because it's just insane. Like, I can't believe this. I was watching it as it happened and as it unfolded, but I don't know. I guess the reason I didn't make a video before is because I felt like I thought it would be what it is, and then I was like, I don't know, maybe we should just like wait and see if it is and then make a video about it, because it's just insane and I honestly cannot believe that it happened. A person on Twitter with the @thebrotographer brought this conspiracy theory to light when he tweeted about getting an ad for a place that didn't exist. It's honestly so not uncommon to see Twitter ads about, or any, you know, advertisements about, you know, visiting a place. Like, it'll be like, visit the Bahamas or something like that. The Twitter user was like, okay, well, this place looks actually cool. When they saw Visit Arota, they were like, oh, like, let me look into it. And literally, this place does not exist at all. Twitter is @Visit Arota, and in the bio it says, plan your trip to Arota today, and it has a link to their website, and there's this full website for Arota, which is a place that literally does not exist. At the time the Twitter user discovered this, the Arota Twitter account only had 8 followers. So this Twitter user decided to go and reverse Google image search some of the pictures that the Visit Arota account had used as promotion for, you know, visiting this place, and found out that they were just pictures. They were kind of like stock photos of the sea from different countries all around Europe. Twitter user shared that their initial thoughts were that, okay, probably this is some like crazy marketing scam, like this place that doesn't exist. They're gonna have these people saying, like, you know, they're saying plan your trip to Arota, so they're gonna have people like kind of planning and booking trips to a place that is literally fake and isn't real as a way to scam money. But however, when they started going into the website and researching it, there's no links to like book anything or anything that will take your money. So at this point, the Twitter user was just like, wait, like, I don't understand why this exists. The thought of it being like a student project came up, and that was kind of iffy, because it was like, why would a student project pay to have these advertisements? You know what I mean? Like, you were like, people were getting Visit Arota, you know, adverts on their Twitter and Facebook and stuff. So it's just odd to think that a student would pay for all that to happen just for a project. But then things got interesting when the Twitter user noticed that the Arota was adore spelled backwards. When the Twitter user was posting this, there was no like indication or, you know, idea that it would be about Harry Styles at first, until Harry fans started to see it. The fact that they made this connection is so beyond me. Like, I honestly can't believe it, but they started to be like, okay, Arota is adore backwards, like, you know, the Twitter user said, but Harry had a song coming out on the album that was called Adore You. So they like made that as the connection, and then they started connecting a bunch of things, like Harry was coming out with a new music video, and that this music video was kind of shot in like a place that looked like it could be the same places where, you know, Arota was getting these pictures from. Like, that's when things started to get very, very interesting. So Harry stans were like 100% sure that this was some like crazy promotion thing with Harry, but other people, like regular conspiracy theorists, were really coming in together and like talking about this and thinking that it was some sort of government plan about like artificial intelligence, and also like the promotion of social media and how it can affect like people and how people will notice things and how things can blow up and get so crazy and big, which is an interesting theory that we'll go back to. But Of course, it ended up coming out. Someone got an ad for Visit Aroda on Facebook, and basically they clicked on like, why are you seeing this ad? And it said, Visit Aroda indicated that you may have gone to hstyles.co.uk. So obviously that's pretty weird, first of all, because how would they like know that? I mean, I know that they know that, and I know that like different websites keep track of what we research and stuff, but that is very sketchy. Like, that's really crazy that that's, you know, the case. But it's smart because obviously then people who advertise can be like, oh, send this advert to people who look up Harry Styles or listen to Harry Styles music, which also happened on Spotify ads. And then these ads were just going everywhere and they were going crazy. And at this point, people definitely believed that it was Harry Styles related just because they would get it while they were listening to Harry Styles' music on Spotify. What was weird to me is when it started going like literally crazy, which was that there were ads for Aroda on TV. Like, how? I literally don't, like, that's just crazy. Like, that's whack. And then also there were brochures all around New York City, which is another thing that's crazy. Like, I just think that's, like, this is a lot of work and effort into this whole thing. Finally, on December 2nd, so this is all happening for like 2 weeks, where people were just like, what the fuck is going on? December 2nd, the Visit Aroda account tweeted Visit Aroda with a link to Harry Styles' new Adore You music video preview. So the music video came out on the 6th, so that was what it was for. Like, Aroda was a fake fucking island created by Harry Styles and his team and promoted by Harry Styles and his team, except for not saying that it was Harry Styles for literally 2 weeks. Like, people were just like, what the fuck is happening? Why is everyone getting all these ads? Which is so crazy to me. Like, this whole concept is actually insane if you really think about it. And I was sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? Because first of all, personally, I don't think, and I could have gotten this ad, I'm sure I did, follow Harry Styles. I tweet about Harry Styles a lot. Like, I probably did, but I didn't notice it because that's the thing. It's like, I probably did get it, but I wouldn't personally notice that. And I don't know who would personally like notice these things and like want to actually click on the ads and like see what it's about. But like, I feel like I always get travel ads, especially because my parents are travel agents. So like, I follow their pages and stuff too. So, you know, naturally I just get a lot of travel ads. And I don't think that I would ever click, like, if I saw Visit Aroda, like, I wouldn't be like, what's Aroda? Like, I would obviously just think it was an island somewhere that I just had never heard of. But I probably wouldn't have even thought twice about it. So it's interesting to me that this became such a wild and huge conspiracy. And I kind of wonder if maybe not the original person who posted this was like paid to like notice it, or if somebody was, and like, I don't know though, because it's just so weird, and the way that it happened like really freaks me out. Like, obviously if you were seeing it, like say you saw it on your Twitter feed, and then you saw it on your Facebook feed, and then you saw it on your, you know, Spotify and on your TV, then maybe I think that would make sense to like kind of look into and be like, what the fuck is Aroda? But if you see an ad just once, like, I feel like I personally like would never even think twice about it. And I just think that's really interesting. The government can, artists can, whoever promote in such a way that like will notice it. Like, that's just like, I don't know why it's freaking me out so much, but it like genuinely was like keeping me up at night thinking about the fact that like, not only did it happen the way that they wanted to happen, like we all, like everyone started to notice it and be like, wait, what the fuck is Aroda? Like, you know, they created this whole fake website, fake Twitter, fake everything, fake promotions, like fake TV commercials. Like, that's crazy. They knew that we were gonna notice it, because if you think about it, like obviously the, you know, thought process for this video has probably been in the works for a few months. And the Aroda like Twitter account only started coming up 2 weeks ago. So that means that they thought that they were gonna figure it out in 2 weeks, which is crazy because we did. And I think that's what's freaking me out so much about this damn conspiracy, because it's like, I don't think it's like government or anything crazy like that that like wanted to use this. I don't know, if I was like part of the FBI or the government or some shit, I'd be like, wow, this is how quickly they'll question things and how easy it is to, you know, get their attention through advertisements. And it's like, I don't know, it's really, really interesting. Like, it's so interesting to me. I keep getting so scared about it. I don't know why, I just think it's so weird that like so many people actually noticed that they were all getting this advertisement. Like, I just feel like, I personally find this theory, like this whole thing, to be really interesting, because obviously it's like a solved conspiracy theory, because like the whole thing was for this Harry Styles video. But like, I find it so interesting because like if I was a part of a PR team, and maybe this is why I'm not a PR manager or anything, I would just not think that this would pick up the way that it did. Like, that's crazy. Like, it's literally blowing my mind right now. But it really makes you think that perhaps if you see an advertisement for something that you have never heard of, which happens to me all the time, then maybe you should look into it, because like maybe people do this a lot. Like, I don't know, maybe this one just caught on, but who knows how often like people might do this. And it's just really, really weird and like so creepy. And I remember before it was like announced or official that it was a Harry Styles thing, I was like getting really creeped out by it, because I was like, what is this? Like, what is this for? Is it like a Twitter hoax or like, you know, something like that? Because I feel like that stuff happens all the time. Either way, I find it interesting to share because it just shows the power of social media, and it's kind of scary sometimes, not going to lie. So the last conspiracy theory revolves around Harry Styles and Taylor Swift. Y'all know Hailor was kind of a thing. I guess people think they were dating. I used to think it was a PR stunt, and I still kind of do, but that's just my opinion. But either way, I found this conspiracy theory to be kind of interesting, although I cannot find for facts, at least this part of the conspiracy. It has a second part as well that I think is true. But the part of the conspiracy theory that I can't really like prove, I guess, is that obviously you guys probably know Harry Styles was in the movie Dunkirk. There's actually a soldier that died in Dunkirk that was named George K. Styles, who people have said that this is Harry Styles' grandfather's brother. Like I said, cannot find if this is true or not, but this person does look a lot like Harry Styles. But what's even weirder is that this George K. Styles person was married to a woman who looks a lot like Taylor Swift. You've honestly probably seen this photo, you know, going around talking about how it looked like Harry Styles and Taylor Swift, just like in a different time. Like, it's pretty weird, I would say, because it's just a weird coincidence, but I found it interesting. Like I said, I don't know, it'd be very weird if that actually is one of Harry Styles' relatives, but like I said, I can't really verify that for sure because I haven't been able to find any actual proof that that's true. The next Hailor conspiracy we're gonna be talking about is that people and the Hailor stans have really came through this like past, I feel like, few weeks-ish to a month. I feel like I've been seeing so much Hailor shit on my timeline of people being like shipping Harry and Taylor again, which is weird to me because if I remember correctly, I feel like no one liked them while they were dating. But either way, a lot of people have been like tweeting about them, and I was just like getting kind of confused. And then I kind of came to the conspiracy theory and saw that people were theorizing the fact that they thought it was weird that Harry is dropping his new album on Taylor Swift's birthday, December 13th. Now, normally with like most other people, I wouldn't think this was weird because it's just a birthday, like who cares? But Taylor has obviously made it very prominent that like she's obsessed with the number 13 and like all that stuff. So it's definitely like interesting considering obviously like the last conspiracy we talked about with the whole Rhoda thing, that he definitely is into like conspiracy, definitely is into doing things on purpose. So I do find it interesting that he would release an album on his ex-girlfriend's birthday. I don't know, I guess it's not that weird, but to me, I don't know, I just think like he's pretty calculated, obviously. So I find it interesting. Not only that, but like maybe there's just the album is about her. I don't think they're gonna get back together or anything. A lot of people also think that it is about his more recent ex-girlfriend, Camille Rowe, which it like is, because in certain, like Harry said in an interview that one of the songs is about his ex-girlfriend, and like he showed it to her and then asked her to like, you know, add something to it, and like apparently on the track there's Camille speaking French on it, so like obviously then that would mean that it's about her. Question mark, I don't know, honestly. I guess we'll have to wait until Friday because I'm very curious to see if it's going to be about Taylor or if there's gonna be any songs about Taylor or anything to do with Taylor. Could you imagine if there was a fucking like Taylor and Harry collab? So what do you guys think about that one? Do you think that it was because, like, do you think it's purposely being released on December 13th, or do you think it's just a coincidence? Let me know. I just, you know, with the whole Rhoda thing, I just think it's impossible for Harry to do something with this album that's a coincidence, you know what I mean? But yeah, what do you guys think about that conspiracy theory? Let me know in the comments below. Did you know when you were like, were you seeing it as it was unfolding? Were you aware of all of the crazy stuff that was going on? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. But that is it for today's video. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about these different conspiracy theories. And let me know which song you're most excited to hear on Harry's new album, because I'm really excited. But that is it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram, because I'm always posting really dope ass shit on there. Subscribe for new videos every week, and I will see you guys later. Bye!